just got a bit of the pasta and some of the pork, and I'm just going to give it a little try. That's really nice. The pork is very soft and tender, and it falls apart really easily as well. It's delicious. I'm going to give it another try. That's yummy. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious pulled pork pasta. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my delicious slow cooker pulled pork pasta. Now this recipe is really easy. It is slightly time consuming. It does take a little while to prepare the sauce for the slow cooker, but once the sauce is prepared and you put everything in the pot, you can just let it cook away all day, and it is a really tasty dish too. It's quite a warm autumn day today, so I thought this would be a perfect meal for our dinner this evening. So what I have done is I have just simply peeled, sliced and diced one red onion, and then I have also peeled a butternut squash, about 200 grams of a butternut squash, and I've removed any seeds as well, and then I've just cut the butternut squash into like 1 centimetre cube pieces. And then here I also have a carrot that I've just simply peeled, and again I've cut into like 1 centimetre pieces as well, and I'm just going to pop these into my baking tray like so. And then to that I'm going to add some herbs and spices. So I'm going to add about ½ teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. So I'm just going to sprinkle this over. So this dish is full of flavour and it's really nice. You can also make this sauce that I'm making now in advance and store it in the freezer if you want to as well. It does, all the ingredients in this dish will freeze, so it is freezable. So next I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of mild chilli powder. If you want it a bit spicier, then you can use medium or hot if you want to. And then to that I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of ground ginger as well. So I've got a teaspoon of ground ginger there. Oh, if I don't keep dropping everything. And then to that I'm going to add some dried oregano. So I've got a teaspoon of dried oregano as well. And then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to your taste. If you don't like it, if you think that's enough spice for you, then you don't have to add it. But if you do, then just chuck it on. So I'm just going to add a pinch or two of salt as well. And then to that I'm going to add my olive oil. So I'm going to just drizzle over some olive oil, and then I'm going to toss these ingredients together in my baking tray until everything is well coated in all of the herbs and spices and the oil. And my oven is preheated, so once everything is coated like so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this into the oven now for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until everything goes a lovely golden brown colour. The vegetables, as you can see, have turned a lovely golden brown colour, so I'm going to take these out and leave these to cool. Now I'm going to transfer the vegetables to my blender. So the vegetables have cooled. So before I transfer them, I'm going to pour in my chicken stock. If you haven't got chicken stock, you can use bone broth, or you can use milk would work as well if you haven't got any type of stock in the house. So I've got about 400 mils of chicken stock that I'm just going to pour into my blender, and then I'm going to add the lovely crispy vegetables to this. As I mentioned earlier, you can make this in advance of the meal and then just freeze it, so it makes it slightly easier when you want to come to cook it. It will be even quicker to put in your food in your slow cooker, when you want to cook the pork off with the sauce. So I'm just going to add this. So this is the saucy part of the meal, no pun intended. And in a little while, after I've done this, I'll show you what I'm going to do with the pork. I've got it ready, so I'm looking forward to putting it in the slow cooker. It always smells so nice when I cook pork in this house. So I'm just going to blend these ingredients together now. I have blended the sauce until it is smooth, as you can see there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my pork to my slow cooker pot. So I have some pork tenderloins, and these are really good for making pulled pork with. Literally just put them in here, and then at the end of the meal I'm just going to pull them apart, and they go really tender and they're very juicy as well. So these are excellent for the pulled pork. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sauce on top like so. So I'm just going to try and get as much out as I possibly can, because the sauce is the best part, I have to say. This is the really tasty part with all the spices in it. I love this sauce. You can use tomatoes in this as well if you want to, but at this time of year, as butternut squash seem to be in season, I prefer to use foods that are in season, so that's why I like to use a butternut squash. But as I said, you could use tomato if you wanted to. Tomato and aubergine is really nice, or tomato and courgette is really nice together. So yeah, try it out, see what happens. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this onto low for 5 to 6 hours, but if you wanted it quicker then you could turn it onto high for 3 to 4 hours. So I'm just going to leave this to cook now, and I'll come back and I will tear it apart. The pork has finished cooking, so I'm going to I've turned the slow cooker off, and I'm just going to remove the lid, and now I'm just going to shred it. So I've just got 2 forks, and I'm just going to pull the pork apart like so. And then in a minute I'm going to go and make some pasta once I've pulled this all apart, and that will be our dinner done. So I'm off to cook some pasta now. I have added the pasta to the sauce and not the other way around, the sauce and the meat, and dinner is done. So I'm just going to try a little bit before I go off and eat this meal. It smells really delicious, so I can't wait to try it, I have to say. So I've just got a bit of the pasta and some of the pork, and I'm just going to give it a little try. That's really nice. The pork is very soft and tender, and it falls apart really easily as well. It's delicious. I'm going to give it another try. That's yummy. So that is our dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious pulled pork pasta, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for dinner this evening, and it smells and tasted so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you soon!